This is the fastest we've ever gone through the dubious award.
Worst motivation award, otherwise known as Dat McGuffin, and you have to let me go first.
Yeah,
I think I have to let you go first.
Worst motivation of the year. Oh man, it's got to be Mad Max.
Yep.
They took you. They stole your car, so you kill everyone. It's like
but
they
here's
stole.
the thing. But you love the storyline to 50 Cent Blood on the Sand.
I do.
For your skull,
because it's 50 Cent.
You kill everyone.
But they took his skull.
Yeah.
He was owed the skull. They took it.
Don't take 50 Cent's skull.
Where my fucking skull? Mad Max is like they steal his car, and I'm like, what is this, fucking LA? Like, he just fucking, it's not worth all the bloodshed, man. It's a car, dude. It's not worth it, man.
You don't blowjack?
No, and the way they talk about it, like the way Max talks about it, like, you know, they stole my car. I go to get it back.
No, and that's bad, and it gets even worse when you realize you fucking stabbed the dude who stole your car in the head with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
And he's still alive. He somehow survived that shit.
Yeah.
What? That's not how heads work.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure that's how head works. That works.
Terrible. I'm gonna jump off that one.
Yeah.
And go into mine because I'm in the same boat, brother. I don't know what the hell that game is doing. I have Afro Samurai on here. It's just fucking, I need to kill everybody. That's the motivation of that game. Hotline Miami 2. I don't even know what your motivation is in that game. Like, I barely understood what it was in the first one, but the second one, no fucking clue. Who cares? Shoot things. You're not shooting enough things. Shoot more fucking things. Hotline Miami. Buy it today.
Isn't that the fun though?
It is fun.
It's way more fun in the first game though. Yeah, Mad Max is actually my runner-up in this category. And my number one is Titan Souls. 'Cause I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing there. There's like no reason to be there at all. It's like I should instead of fighting these monsters that are happening in the world, I should be writing like help in the snow or something. Because there's no fucking reason for me being there because it's never explained. So fuck it. I am because they're there is not a good enough reason for me.
I will say too, I do think it's funny that in Arkham Knight, when all this shit is going down, Batman doesn't turn around and go, "This sounds like a job for the United States Army." Scarecrow's taking over an entire American city with the militia. It's like, maybe Batman's going to take a back seat on this one.
Come on, Batman, call me, please. Oh, shit. I am going to say...
What point is the American government just like letting him handle it? Be like,
I'm pretty sure they're happy.
We can send in an army, but there's also some psychopath dressed like a bat. He seems like he's got it.
Should we spend our money or let him spend his? The hell, let him spend his.
It's a lot cheaper for us on the back end.
Where's he getting his funding from? I don't know. It's like he's a rich dude.
Does he look familiar to you? I don't know. It's the mask on his face. I can't tell who he is.
He's got beautiful lips, though. It's the only thing you say. It doesn't make any sense. No one can figure that out.
Poison Ivy was really into his lips, too.
Well, yeah, so was Mr. Freeze. I don't get that. That was a terrible joke. Sorry, I'm going to take that back. I have no idea what I just said. Things just happen.
I think you should have some more of your cinnamon spice nonsense. Well, you should
my worst
go for
MacGuffin.
It now.
Oh, fuck, man. Pass it over. My worst MacGuffin is Fallout 4 and your son.
Because you totally forget about your son.
Who cares about your goddamn son?
True. It's so true.
I'm sorry, but
it's
like,
actually a good point. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
There's not enough content for you to be like, yes, I have to find my son.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was. I wish it was more or less like, who killed my wife?
That
it just glazed over that this woman that I spent my entire life with, built a home, and then boom, she's dead. What about my son?
Dude, speaking of which, what is it with the fridging in that game? She was killed in an actual fucking fridge.
Yeah.
For Christ's sakes, it's like we're trying to look at these games like, oh, they're pushing the needle forward. They killed her in a fucking fridge.
Well, it was a nod to Indiana Jones when he was in the fridge that he should have died in that.
it was a nod to terrible and just awful everything. And it is like one of the worst tropes of video game design that should not be repeated again and again. Well,
story design.
And again.
It's used as the like motif of like
again. Ugh.
I just don't get why you don't care about your wife.
It's true.
And she's not mentioned ever again.
And like, as soon as you leave the vault, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. I need to find my son. And you know what's kind of the sad, and you know what the kind of the sad part is that you know how you get 2 wedding rings, you get yours and then you have hers. Mm-hmm. I keep hers in my inventory.
So do I.
And I'm like, this is what I'm doing. This I want to try to find my son for my wife, not me for me, because I just want to see what's in that building and try to kill whoever's in there. I don't get it.
It feels like the worst story conceit that they could have come up with for that game.
Yes.
It's like
it's the most watered down.
Of all the things that you could have done for Fallout 4, that was like the worst way you could have started. Because the truth is like, okay, so there were a lot of people who were playing Fallout 3 and wanted to jump past all of that vault shit. But for me,
I wanted that.
When I was actually sent into the vault and I found out that it was just a fucking place to be frozen until the end of the apocalypse was over, like, I got really mad at that. Because the vaults were so much more interesting in Fallout 3. And to actually admit that vault was so shitty.
Yeah.
And that was actually what some of the vaults were, I think fucking belies the truth of what most of those vaults were, which they weren't like that.
Yeah.
They were living, breathing places for people.
That one was just a straight up experiment.
It was the worst, and it felt like the worst.
I didn't like that.
It felt like the worst cop out writing nonsense bullshit to get people into the game, and I wish really it was more or less.
I like Act Lab mentions that they do mention the wife the entire game, but
just call him Llama.
Yeah,
but everybody calls him Llama.
There's no like. I don't care about my goddamn son. If he's dead, cool, man.
Fuck my kid. I
know. And from Fallout 3, I kind of said the same thing to my dad, because you know, like that one's you have to find your dad. But I was kind of like, oh, Liam Neeson. Yeah, I want to know what happened to you. But my son, no, I don't give a shit.
He's got a very special set of skills.
Yeah. If it was like his whole family, great, I'll go with it. But Sean.
Everything about the beginning of that game sucks, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
really bad.
Continue. Who's next?
Boris.
Here I can go with, and this didn't make the game bad. It was actually the point of the game, and that would be Dr. Langskov the Tiger and the Terribly Cursed Emerald, the Whirlwind Heist.
Yes, I was so glad you said that again. I was waiting for it.
There we go.
Because that's a game where, like, literally you look at all the marketing material for it, the trailer, and then you jump into the game and you're like, wait a minute, what the fuck? And I'm not going to just, like, again, the game's free. Like, just go and play it. Like,
wait, is it on
like
Steam?
20 minutes. Yeah, it's on Steam. Yeah, just go download it, play it through.
What's the title?
What's the name of it again?
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it.
The name is Dr. Langskov the Tiger and the Terribly Cursed Emerald, the Whirlwind Heist.
Google search. Do it.
Yeah, I'm never going to remember that. I'm just going to type in, what's that free Steam game with a really long title?
We've been drinking.
Well, here's a short version of the title. Dr. Langskov the Tiger and the Terribly Cursed Emerald, the Whirlwind Heist.
Thank you for shorting it.
Yes, that's great. That's so you finally came up with the acronym. Good for
thank you, Otter, for the link.
Moving on to the Couldn't Care Less About award.
Moving on to the Sean couldn't care less about the name of this fucking title of this game award.
It's that game.